where Beatrice Makgwale is standing by. Premier Stan Mathabatha will deliver the State of the Province address at the Jack Buertas Hall in Polokwane. Hey Beatrice, thank you very much indeed for your time. What can we expect from Stan Mathabatha today?
Well, good morning to you as well as the viewers at home. Yeah, here at Jack Buertas Hall in Polokwane, where the Premier of Limpopo, Stan Mathabatha, is said to deliver his last State of the Province address. And there's so many expectations, reflecting back to his previous SOPA last year, whether they were able to meet all the targets they've made or not. But now I'm joined by political analyst Elvis Masuha, just to break down in terms of the expectations from him, and also reflecting back at some of the issues in this province. Say thank you so much for joining us. This is Premier Stan Mathabatha's last State of the Province address. What are some of expectations that we can expect from him, and some of the issues that we think he'll definitely reflect on?
Very understandably, I believe, and even other residents of Limpopo, that this will be Premier Stan Mathabatha's legacy speech. Because remember, the lifespan of the Limpopo provincial legislature is coming to an end, and definitely Premier Mathabatha will outline and showcase the key achievements and successes of his administration since 2014. Remember, he inherited a terminally bankrupt, provincial government that was running short of money, that was relying on loans and bailouts. But today, the skies are clearer. He has done so much in bringing, prosperity and sunshine to the province of Limpopo. Challenges are there, but I believe Premier Mathabatha will outline the positive changes that he brought in Limpopo, and what kind of the problems that he inherited, and what he did in order to restore image and credibility to the province of Limpopo.
One would say that Limpopo certainly faced various challenges this year. We saw numerous protests, in terms of poor service delivery. And who can forget, probably the greatest banking heist to ever hit the province, #VBS.
Yeah, remember, municipalities are governed and managed differently as compared to provincial departments. Usually a premier has got, a stronghold when it comes to management of provincial departments. But when it comes to municipalities, it is a different issue altogether. Municipalities seem to be enjoying this autonomous, independent status as compared to the provincial departments. A simple example, check the way the provincial departments of Limpopo are performing better when it comes to audit reports as compared to municipalities. So the premier has got a very limited power in terms of deciding what municipalities must do as compared to managing and controlling provincial departments. Because you check, even in terms of audit outcomes, departments of Limpopo are performing far much better as compared to the municipalities. So I think it's a constitutional weakness that is inherent in our constitution. We must change the way municipalities operate, because it applies to all the provinces. You'll find provincial departments performing far much better than municipalities within that particular province, because, for example, the Public Finance Management Act does not apply to the way municipalities function. We can have a better province, but only to find that municipalities in that province are performing poorly.
Reflecting back to his previous SOPA address, where he mentions that they're working in terms of creating more job opportunities. Are we seeing that, or there's still more work to be done in that regard?
Yeah, remember, in the last 3 years or so, Limpopo province has been rated one of the best provinces when it comes to job creation. I think in 2016 it was number 2, 2017 again number 2, and last year number 1, if not number 2. So in terms of job creation as compared to other provinces, Limpopo is doing, exceptionally well. But the challenge of unemployment among young people, it constitutes a global problem. Even Limpopo is confronted with that kind of challenge. But to a certain extent, the learnership, internships that have been introduced in government, and even an agreement in government that whenever they advertise posts, they must get rid of the work experience, because you have got graduates from colleges and universities who are expecting work experience from the work, and they get them because they were busy in class studying. I think that was a great initiative by government to say from now henceforth, when they will be advertising government posts, they are not going to mention work experience in that particular advert. But youth unemployment is a global challenge. You check even United States of America, in Germany, in France, even members of parliament of those countries are still grappling with a challenge. How can we best, empower young people so that they can be able to empower themselves?
And in terms of education, are we going to see maybe education being one of the top priorities from his address? Because there's still infrastructure backlogs. Certain schools don't have decent classrooms, and from his previous address he indicated that they'll be working very hard to ensure that schools have proper infrastructure. Are we going to see him address more in terms of education?
No, absolutely. Remember, ablution facilities in most of our public schools, it is still a challenge. Although in the last 5 years, the Limpopo government has tried, to empower some of the schools that never had toilets with toilets, but it is a serious challenge. But what I think we need mostly in our education system, it is not necessarily material resources, but inspiration. Because you find, for example, take an example about Mbilu Secondary School in Vembe. It is not a world-class infrastructure-based, a school. But I believe there is great inspiration whereby teachers are always to infuse inspiration in their teaching. When you inspire a person, even from a poor background, can achieve what even a person from a rich family can never reach. So I think what we need in our education system is a kind of teaching whereby teachers do not only focus on textbook knowledge, but they also inspire these young people to say, you can be the best in the world. You are in this class so that I can turn you into the best in the world. To make our learners globally competitive, we need to produce a kind of graduate at our college, at our schools, that are world-class material that can compete with the best in the world. I don't think we spend most of our time complaining about infrastructure, but something very important, inspiration. A poor person with great inspiration can achieve more than a millionaire.
All right, thank you so much, sir. And that was the political analyst Elvis Masuha, just giving us some of the things that we can expect from Premier Stan Mathabatha as he said to deliver his State of the Province address today here at Jack Waters Hall. And that's all from me. It's back to you in studio.
Beatrice, so education and unemployment salient issues in Limpopo. Give us the TikTok of the day. What time can we expect the State of the Province address?
It is certainly at 10 o'clock. It is set to start at 10 o'clock. And mainly it seems like education and creation of jobs. It seems to be one of the topics that is certainly going to address.
Beatrice Makgwale, appreciate your reporting. Thank you very much indeed.